Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today with this MailerLite talk. My name is Kerry. I'm a product marketing manager here at MailerLite, and today I'll be chatting with our CTO, Nikola, about some of our latest innovations with MailerLite Labs. So, before we dive in, I just want to get Nikola to explain a little bit about this MailerLite Labs initiative. What is it? Can you provide people with a little bit of context into what you're working on?
Yeah, sure things. Thanks, Kerry, for introducing me. I'm Nikola. I'm a CTO here, and I'm guided by shiny new things, but not for a progress for a sake of progress, but in order to help people do better with their businesses and everything else. And hence the MailerLite Labs. With the recent develop, not recent, but not very recent, but recent year or something like that, developments in the industry with AI and everything, we really wanted to provide some value to the users rather than just a simple, I don't know, text or image generator, or just to slap AI on top of the product and just call it like that for the hype. But we really wanted to provide some value. And we created the MailerLite Labs as, let's say, experimental part within MailerLite, where we will release many things like that. And once AI community or LLM providers decided on a certain standard on how different tools can talk to LLMs and more importantly between each other, then we saw more opportunity for users and actually useful things. So Claude, actually Anthropic, released Model Context Protocol, aka MCP, which you have likely heard more than once in this hour, and you will hear it quite a few times today. Uh,
Yeah,
uh, you will see how what it is and how will it actually help you, because I know that it can be very abstract when you say MCP, but it is like a USB protocol for AI, so you can plug any device in and use it, and it will allow you, especially with MailerLite MCP, to build your own marketing assistant, email
yeah,
marketing assistant.
exactly. That's kind of what we want to hone in on in this talk is the development of this MCP. So that stands for not MailerLite Context Protocol.
Well, we can call it like that, right? It's a good opportunity to brand
Yeah, yeah.
it.
Model Context Protocol, which, if anyone's listening to that and that sounds a little bit scary, it's just a fancy way of saying it's just like what Nicola said. It gives your email marketing, in this case, MailerLite, a way to be integrated into tools that you're probably already using, like ChatGPT and Claude. So yeah, it's just really connecting those two tools. So,
Well,
sorry.
yeah, well, you said it sounds scary. Scary has Kerry in its name, so maybe it is because of that. But no, jokes aside, yeah, it seems a bit abstract, but essentially, as you said, ChatGPT finally can connect to the MCPs, which we will likely show later, because it was first created by Claude, and now all of the providers are integrating it. We are still waiting on Google, so hopefully it
Hmm.
will be in Gemini soon as well,
That's
because
the
many
next one.
people have Google Workspaces, so it will be very nice to do it there as well. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So when we first released this MCP, yeah, it was available with Claude, but there were a lot of limitations with ChatGPT, which wasn't ideal because obviously ChatGPT has a huge user base. I would say it's probably the main go-to LLM for most people. But now they have made it available outside of the US for a start, and it's available in their Pro and is it Premium and Plus plans?
I think it's Pro and Plus.
Pro and Plus, yeah.
Pro Plus, Pro Max, however companies decide to call their plans. But yeah, it's now available there, and there were many problems with MCPs in the beginning. Of course, with new protocols, it is always like that. But essentially, a lot of companies made it very hard for users to use MCPs. You had to know how to install certain tools locally and to use that thing which non-tech users call the matrix. It's terminal, so you had to run the commands. You had to run it locally. Then you had to go and get an API key from the tool that you are using, and to be honest, that wasn't user friendly at all. So from the start, our commitment was to actually uh, make it very easy for a user to connect their account to MCP, which we then did. So, and many other companies just released it that you can run it locally, but that is aimed more towards technical users, while
Yeah.
I don't think that MCP should be aimed towards technical users. It can, of course, because technical users can use anything, but most of the users need a simple way to connect and to ingest the data and to give LLM some context what to do with that data.
Yes, exactly. So that's one thing that we were really excited about was that this technology that had kind of been only really for like developers and very technical people, we were able to kind of be part of the movement to bring it into the everyday lives of like regular users who aren't so technical, who aren't developers. And with this capability of accessing your MailerLite data within something like ChatGPT or Claude, it just opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah.
We see with a lot of our users that they struggle with things like, reading campaign data, identifying trends that can improve their email marketing. So this is a really big leap forward in that because it brings everything together.
Yeah.
So instead of you having to manually go through data or manually extract data and then feed it to something like ChatGPT, you're literally writing in a prompt, asking it to analyze, and then it's bringing those results right back to you.
Yeah.
So we have mentioned that the way that we have developed it, it's very much aimed at the non-technical, non-developer user.
Yeah.
So let's kind of get into it. How do we actually
Yeah.
set this up? Let's
Yeah.
see if it's actually as easy as as we say.
Yeah, let's see if live demos work. As usual, they don't, but I'm kidding. I will actually show you how it works with ChatGPT and how easy it is to connect. Of course, ChatGPT released this as a beta version, and it says it's a developer mode, which it isn't at all. But okay, let's go through it. Let me
Yeah.
just try to share. Okay, so what's on my mind today? Well, many things. So let's start from setting up the MCP in ChatGPT. So as Kerry already said, you really need to have either Pro or Plus plan. Doesn't matter which country. Uh, it still doesn't work on team plans. That's an important limitation. So if your company provides for your plans in ChatGPT, it still doesn't have that developer mode, but I think it will be there pretty much soon. So essentially you would go to settings, connectors. So they have the native connectors. We are trying to get us here as well. But yeah, you would need to go to the advanced settings and to enable something called developer mode. Don't be afraid. You don't need to develop.
Yeah.
You don't need to know anything about it. So,
Yeah.
uh, and next one is that you need to create the connector. So here you will write whatever, but we will use MailerLite, and you will add the address of our MCP. As we already said, the thing that why we did it like this is to make very easy to use. So you don't need to run anything locally. This is hosted on our side. Authentication is done on our side. You don't need API keys or anything else. You will see you're logging in purely with your MailerLite account and your MailerLite dashboard. So when you click that you trust this application, because I trust it from the bottom of my heart, I will click create. and we will actually use one Kerry's former account to show you how it works.
Yes, this is a real account. This is not like dummy data. This is I had a newsletter. So yeah, this is real campaigns, real campaign data. This is
The real thing.
this is a real thing, yeah.
So yeah, we also made it that it is easily verified where is the request coming from. So you will always see which tool you are connecting here. Right now it's ChatGPT, and you can see if there is a malicious URL ingested here. So you will always can verify where the request came from. So you will click approve. You will choose one of your accounts, and you will authorize the MailerLite MCP. It shows you what will it be able to actually use from your account. And when you click authorize, it should go back to ChatGPT, and we should see a green message like MailerLite green, and it says it's connected. So don't be afraid about this, because in the beginning, ChatGPT had a not, I would say, uncommon or not to the faithful to the MCP protocol. They had their own actions and stuff like that. That's why they introduced this developer mode, because they saw that the MCP is widely used now. And I'm glad that it's actually like that, because, people should adapt to the things that are happening, and to provide the best value for the users. So do not be afraid of this, because this is something there specific. What is important are these tools. So these tools is what is available to do within your account. And as we said, you saw it was very easy to connect it. You didn't have to create API key. You didn't have to install anything or something like that.
Yeah.
To actually ask questions in ChatGPT, you would have to go to plus and then more, and then select developer mode, and then add a source, which is MailerLite. And now the real fun begins.
Right? Now the real fun begins. Yes. So I'm going to actually show you like one example that this for me would have been really helpful actually when I was still working on like this newsletter, because I just didn't really have time to like analyze like my campaigns and stuff. I kind of did it a little bit, but to identify sort of trends and stuff, that just, yeah, it was a time investment that I just couldn't really make. So one of the first use cases that we can show you right here, if we want to see how we can improve on past performance based on our actual data. So that's like, this is the main difference, right? Because we can always go to ChatGPT and ask for like, a general email marketing strategy, and it might be pretty decent. Like, sometimes you get decent outputs with it, but it's going to be so much better when it's based on your actual campaigns and your actual campaign data, because then it's personalized to your account, your business, and your business needs as well. So shall we dive right in and show
I think so as well. Like, it is, you can always like paste the statistics into ChatGPT and stuff like that, but that is very uninspiring.
And it also just requires manual labor as well.
It's a chore. It's really a chore. And where LLMs shine, it's on analysis and on certain suggestions. So let's dive in. So maybe let's analyze your send campaigns, and to see what went well with your subscribers, and maybe to suggest some future ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Something like analyze my past campaigns.
Analyze my past send campaigns to see what resonates the most with my subscribers. What would you recommend to send in future campaigns?
Perfect. I'm almost a little bit nervous. I'm like, what's it going to say?
Yeah.
My content.
And say thanks in the end,
yes,
when AI takes over the world.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so ChatGPT is calling the tools that we have already set up in a previous. You can click to remember for this conversation, so you wouldn't need to confirm each time. I actually prefer to confirm each time, unless I'm doing some big analysis and it is very boring to click each time confirm, but because you will actually see what it is doing. So without further ado, I will click confirm, and it should actually list my, not mine, your campaign,
Yeah,
Kerry, but
my real campaigns, yep.
yeah. Okay, so wow, you had 35 campaigns. That
Yeah.
is more than I sent. I mean, I sent 0, so everything is more than.
Yeah, I
But
think it
yeah,
was sort of like it started on like I think a weekly basis that went to sort of bi-weekly.
I think that actually resonates with a lot of our customers. So you need to take care. It's a hygiene as well, that you send
Yeah,
stuff regularly. So
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So what do you say, Kerry? Is this right or it hallucinated?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm struggling to see the screen now. 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, I'm getting a little loading sign here.
Yeah,
So maybe,
Joyce, we
yeah,
will
the
cut this.
joys of live recording. So if you could read out a couple to me,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I will let you know if it's correct or not.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So it says that your strongest engagement themes are relatable personal stories with vulnerability. So
Yes.
people be vulnerable. It is a good trait. And practical and actionable guidance and some community invitation and involvement, because it
Mm,
shows really good open rate and click to open rate.
yeah.
This is
Yeah, because
pretty good.
I used to have like a sort of Slack community for writers and stuff, and yeah, it was true, like those sort of invitations. I made sure that it was very, very obvious in the subject line that like this is, we're opening invitations for the community, because I wanted them to know immediately like, okay, like I've been waiting for this, so I want to click on it, and then, so
Gotcha.
yeah, and
Yeah.
definitely vulnerable sort of stories, personal accounts and stuff. Yeah, they yeah, just like offhand, they would have kind of received the most like replies above all, which is a really important metric that I, take into consideration with my email marketing. Because if you can actually, okay, make someone open, okay, make someone click, okay, but actually get someone to type out a reply and actually like reach out to you like that,
Yeah,
that was
that
like,
is high engagement, right?
that is high engagement. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And also it says, but if you followed our blogs, you will know it. Yeah, emojis work, right? And some curiosity-driven subject lines like "cat is out of the bag" and then a cat.
Yep,
Uh,
I'm a fiend for the curiosity lines. Yep.
yeah, yeah. What didn't work, and that's normal. Goodbye emails or some resend and auto campaigns,
Okay.
which is normal, and some dry thought leadership style that
Mm.
had decent opens but low clicks, for example.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is recommending, Kerry, apart from restarting your newsletters?
yeah.
It says to double down on actionable and safe-worthy content, like interview frameworks, prompts, checklists, and templates, and where subscribers feel that they got the tool that they can use today.
Mm,
I guess everything today you want it to be immediate, so people want to have something immediate there. So yeah, and
yeah.
curiosity and humor works there, and it shows you what to avoid. You miss this, and some wrap ups.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, definitely. I think like yeah, people are busy and they really do appreciate like a good template. And I am very fond of like templating, processes and different things. And I have found that people have responded to those really well.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. In the end, our uh, watchers, listeners, actually watchers can see, apart from Kerry, is that it even suggests you to like that it can create like a data backed campaign calendar for the next 4 to 6 weeks, and to
Okay,
blend
nice.
your highest performing teams and with some proven subject line formulas. That is where it's also pretty good in coming up with some subject lines that are more performant and to engage your subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. So I think as well,
What?
what's really handy there is when you're struggling for content ideas, because I mean that for me was a really big thing, is
Mm-hmm,
having
mm-hmm.
to sort of come up with something new and creative on demand isn't always easy. So sometimes
Yep.
just looking back through that data, through those campaigns and getting suggestions on what's actually worked. Like for instance, I mean, templates, that I don't even have to be creative. It could just be an email like, oh hey, here's a template I used for this. Take it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ingest it. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we can also try to define your email marketing strategy for the future. And what is quite important, I think, for all of the people in email marketing are automations. So maybe we could ask it to define the email marketing strategy with automation and like a welcome email sequence, and to suggest us some automation ideas. What do you think?
Yes, automations was something I really underutilized when I was running this. I mean, on the one hand, because it was relatively simple, but there was a lot of things that I wanted to kind of do. But yeah, I think apart from, I think I only really had like a welcome sequence. Definitely some suggestions for more automations would be really handy.
Okay,
So let's go for it.
can you define what would be my marketing strategy? I have welcome sequence in email automation, but I would like you to suggest me 3 automations that I could draft with MailerLite.
Perfect.
Let's see.
Let's see what we get.
I mean, I will see. You likely won't.
Yeah, yeah.
If
I'm still getting the three dots of death. Just.
the joys of technology. Uh, so yeah. So first one, it is still generating, but first automation that it suggests is like engagement booster when subscriber hasn't clicked in 60 days. Yeah,
Mhm.
it is very, very
That's a
easy
good
to
one.
lose subscribers, right? If you don't interest them. So
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, um it suggests some like personal emails, like "Are you still in?" and stuff like that, or some roundup, and in the end, like polite goodbye, because you also need to keep your list hygiene. That's another
Right.
thing that we can talk, because we do have MailerSend that actually has email list checking, but we can talk about it later.
Yep.
But essentially, you need to also keep your list hygiene, and then it improves deliverability in terms of bounces, open span, because usually people do not go through unsubscribes, they just rage spam your email. But yeah, and
Yeah.
you don't want that, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For anyone wondering, kind of what list hygiene means, it's just making sure that the people on your email list are engaged and that they want to be there. If you do like a
Exactly.
lot of freebies, a lot of lead magnets, sometimes people might have joined just to grab it and then they don't really want to engage with your content afterwards. Not always great, but it does happen. So these types of automations running in the background, which can help either re-engage people, and if they're still not interested, encourage them to unsubscribe. Because yeah, this sounds like a weird goal to unsubscribe people, but you definitely
Yep.
don't want lots of unengaged subscribers on your list, which is going to kind of
Yeah, that's for sure.
affect your emails
That's for
actually
sure.
getting delivered, because things like,
For
yeah,
sure.
Gmail,
I
and
mean,
they do kind of look at these sort of indicators about how high quality your emails actually are.
exactly. Your domain reputation, your IP reputation, and everything else could be hindered by that. And yeah, of course, it is better for MailerLite to have as many subscribers as you want, but we also want you to actually use our app and for your subscribers to use it. And the
Yeah.
second is like to create a authority builder, aka educational mini series.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
yeah, to send some resources on day one, to do some story-based lessons like personal struggles plus
Mm.
solutions, or some community invitation because it creates something actionable, I would say, and then it can convert more. That's the second one. And the third
Yep.
one is like a conversion accelerator, which is service or offer sequence, like case studies or to overcome something, and invitation in the end to book a call or something like that. Depends on your business, because yeah,
Yeah.
for you these automations mirror what your manual campaigns actually show, storytelling and actionable resources and community.
Yeah. And one thing I did want to do, because there were some like really, there were some campaigns that did really, really well, and got like lots of replies and stuff from them. And it always annoyed me that when new people joined, they didn't get them. you know.
Yep, yep.
So it would be quite nice, like an automation of like your sort of greatest hits, right? So, and it also is really nice to have that automation that might send like a weekly email for 4 weeks with your kind of highest performing content, because you get people engaged right out the gate. It's like your best performing content. So if you're going to you really capture their attention in those first few weeks and keep them engaged, it's with your highest performing content. So an
That's for
automation,
sure.
you
That's for
know.
sure.
So yeah,
I stop.
that is a really great
I
one.
stopped sharing. I stopped sharing the screen because I also don't want to overburden our viewers with prompt engineering and stuff like that. But really, try to use your imagination and to see what you actually want to do. And what I mentioned about list hygiene, we also do have MailerSend as a separate product, which also has list checking, which can actually check if the email is deliverable to the address that is in your list.
Mailer check. You said Mailer
Yeah,
send.
but there is a
Oh.
checking in MailerSend,
Oh,
and
okay. There we
and
go.
we do have MCP
Yeah.
for MailerSend as well, which means that you can connect two MCPs in ChatGPT and just leave it to do list hygiene. So it will check your campaigns, it will clean your list, and then it will update MailerLite with the up-to-date subscribers list, which is, I think that's pretty important. And our
Yeah.
deliverability team will really like you.
Yes, you will get a thank you note from the
Yeah. Yep.
deliverability team.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
that's actually an interesting point that you just brought up there. So you said that you can connect sort of two MCPs. So within the same, let's say, chat prompt, we could connect MailerLite and MailerSend and have it in the
You
same
can,
thing.
yeah,
Oh,
and the thing is that you can connect multiple things. I don't have I don't know, for example, if Canva has their MCP or something like that, but you can connect as many as you would like. So
okay, within the
you can,
same chat.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know, maybe even I know that Google Analytics have their own MCP, so you can
Mm.
connect Google Analytics and cross-correlate the data. Not you, but AI will do it for you. You will just need to authenticate to the MCPs, like we shown. But it isn't so. MCPs are not limited to, let's say, for example, within our companies, MailerLite with MailerSend, you can cross-match them. And I see that as a future of how multiple integrations and tools will actually be developed, because it's much easier to not create an integration, but just, connect tools.
Yeah, to just do everything with like language prompts, which, yeah,
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
reminds me as well. I mean, Zapier also released their MCP.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's got like big potential as well. Because obviously that connects multiple tools and things. So yeah, I mean the the possibilities really, really are limitless there. With just instead of having to do all these integrations and kind of do everything manually with language prompts, you can actually achieve that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We also use internally MCPs from our providers, other providers, like, I mean, this is not a secret. We use, for example, Intercom for support and stuff like that, and they have their own MCP. So we do get very valuable feedback about the product by analyzing those
Yeah,
conversations with their MCP. So it is really, there are multiple use cases for companies and for end users as well.
nice, nice. And I just want to circle back a little bit to whenever we spoke about deliverability. There's another use case I was just thinking of it there. So you might have multiple offers. You might have multiple like ways for people to enter your email list and things like that. Another use case that might be really handy, and again, because it's using your actual data, like it's not something abstract. It's would be like if could you do something like, can you analyze my sign up forms and tell me which ones generate the most unsubscribes within a 30-day or 40-day period?
Actually, we didn't talk about this before this call, but I did run into our own MailerLite account, which
Okay.
unfortunately I cannot show you the data
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah,
internal
yeah, we
company
can do that on
data.
mine because I don't have that many,
Yeah,
so
you don't have
it
sign
would
up
make
forms.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. But I ran it because we do have quite a lot of forms within our own MailerLite account. And I did run that, and it actually showed us something actionable. That we did some actions then on it. And and that is what I also want to say, that in order for things to succeed within your product, you need to use it yourself. So we do use MCP internally to improve our marketing practices as well. And we are happy to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. But yeah, that was one that came up because obviously if you have lots of different offers and you want to see which ones are actually engaged, you a lot of
Yeah.
people might have joined your list for one type of freebie, but then they're more likely to unsubscribe. So then is it really worth your time to keep promoting it? Probably not. So yeah, I think that one could be really, really helpful, especially for like creators or coaches and stuff who tend to have a lot of different lead magnets and ways for people to enter their email marketing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I want to move on just to some questions that some of our users have had in particular.
Nice.
So yeah, getting the Q&A section.
Hell
So
yeah.
obviously anything related to AI and data and things like that, it brings up some questions. So I guess I just want to ask, like, what about the data? I mean, is it safe to share data like between MailerLite and an LLM like ChatGPT, Claude? Are
uh,
there any
it is
considerations or even
like
just best practices?
so first thing is to always verify. uh even
What does that mean though? What does always verify mean?
Yeah, so to verify the input and output. Input, what you put into the LLMs, if you have the permission to do it. Permission meaning either from your terms of service or whatever you have in your company. If you don't have it, that's also fine. And output verification is to verify if what LLM says is true. Of course, you cannot verify everything, but for important things, it is really, really important to actually verify if it's true. I would say 95% of the cases, it will always show what is the source for some statement and stuff like that. So that is very important. But in terms of the data itself, it's a big thing now in the market. Data safety. We also you have to check the practices of the provider that you're using, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever. Personally, for not personally, but for our company, for the AI features that are within MailerLite application, we do have zero data retention agreement, which means that your data isn't saved anywhere. But also, I would say from practical standpoint, you also have to check, would someone actually need your data or whatever you're sending, that it is sensitive or not. If it's sensitive, of course you won't send it to ChatGPT. But like if it's like clicks and open rates, I don't think that's a sensitive thing, and that you can easily do it. And especially things that we have shown today in terms of
Mm-hmm.
creating content and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like analyzing your content, the data like clicks, opens, click-through rates,
Correct.
unsubscribes, all that sort of thing.
Correct. Fully correct.
Okay, awesome. Um, so my other one here. Well, this was from one customer. He was very excited when the MCP first came out and was asking, is it available in the US? Is it only available in the US? And now we can say no. It's
Yeah,
available
now it's
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, now it's everywhere. For ChatGPT, it was like that in the beginning. They only had it within team plans, and team plans were only available within US.
Hmm.
But with this recent, I think it was a week or two ago when they released this developer mode, it's now available everywhere, and yeah, you can use it. And you can of course use it with Claude. You can
Hmm.
use it with, if you are more tech savvy, you can use it with Cursor, with VS Code and stuff like that. Anything that supports MCPs.
Yeah. And okay, perfect. So yeah, that's great news. It's available all around the world. So yeah, I mean the other one we kind of went through there about like welcome series and things like that. It can create those, and also can it actually like create the campaign drafts within MailerLite, or is that still something we have to do sort of copying and
So
pasting or
we are. I can say that we are working on in background on multiple new things that will allow more usage via AI in terms of creation of campaigns and stuff like that. Right now, you can create a campaign via MCP and ChatGPT.
hmm
You can ask it to create a campaign. It will just be a custom HTML.
okay.
So it will be a custom code that is not like drag and drop. It is still very good.
hmm
That is one of the use cases that we are also trying internally. But essentially, you will write what you want. It will create the design for you, and it will create a campaign. That campaign is viewable in MailerLite. It can be sent out right away. So there is a way you can try it out. Feel free to, anyone can try it out. Of course, send to the first to the testing subscribers group to see how it looks and stuff like that.
hmm
But I think that you will be pretty surprised with the results and the design of it.
Awesome. Yeah, and then we also someone was asking about integrations. We already kind of spoke about integrations that this is
Yeah,
kind of
but that is actually a very good question, and I assume that the user who asked it is excited about this because I do see that it is a game changer for integrations,
hmm
uh, and I do see the future where all the products. I'm not talking about MailerLite only. I'm talking about different products that there will be an option that you can add MCP and that it can get the data from somewhere else and to connect it to your account in different ways.
hmm
So that's where I see the future of integrations, because integrations take quite a long time. You have to update them constantly, and with MCP it's kind of easy because you are not building the MCP. Usually the company that is like us,
Yeah.
we are providing the MCP, so it is there and you can call different tools and list them. So yeah, that is where you would especially non-tech users wouldn't have to mess with API to integrate something. And I know from my experience, a lot of tools that I use, there are not integrations that I want. And if I would have the option to just plug in MCP, it would be
Yeah.
very easy.
Yeah. And yeah, just to wrap up, thanks so much for answering all of my questions and showing us all the use cases. But I just like to wrap up, if I could just leave people who are listening with the next step. Like if you're brand new to this would be the first time you've looked at MCP, which is pretty normal. I mean, it was the first time for me as well. When we released it, I was like, "Oh, what's this?" What would be a good first step to start testing it out for your own email marketing?
Yeah, so just follow our blogs, see how we use it, uh, check out this video, of course, and how to connect it. You can get in our examples as well on the blog what you can do,
hmm
and to kickstart it. I would also suggest that you start testing with like some test emails, not for, I mean, for right actions. Right actions are something like sending campaign, and analyzing is a read action. So try that, and try to connect different tools, because check from all the tools that you're using which ones do have MCP, and try to connect multiple ones, because I think that you will be surprised with the results. I already mentioned MailerLite and MailerSend. That is very good to try out. But yeah,
hmm
just you just need to start and not be afraid, because it's really easy to connect it and to use it, and you don't need any technical knowledge.
Yeah, I can confirm because I have done it and I do not.
Great feedback.
Awesome. Well, Nikola, thank you so much. Yeah, and for anyone watching, listening, yeah, just try it. If you do have a ChatGPT or a Claude, one of those paid plans that support MCP, just give it a go, set it up, and just start playing with it. Really, like just sort of get some insights into your current state of affairs, maybe like a quick email marketing audit, and then take it from there and make sure that you sort of take a look at your tech stack and see what else is available in MCP. And yeah, it's a time for play.
Yeah. Play with it. And also, one note: there is email mcp@mailerlite.com. So whenever you are stuck or you have an idea or whatever related to the MCP, feel free to send there. I'm monitoring that inbox and I'm personally replying there because I really want to connect to the users and to help them and to understand the use cases, because that also allows us to grow together with our customers.
Awesome. So yes, spam Nikola basically with all of your ideas.
Feel free.
Okay. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Bye.